Hello and welcome back to another episode of Garage Party. Now today's video is a little different. I'm going to be installing these. These are tie downs and they will be going onto my trailer because my trailer currently doesn't have good tie downs at all. Actually, because the previous owner used it for towing like side-by-sides and stuff. They had two of them, and so they made tie downs that work for that, but they don't work for what I want them to work for. These I got at Menards. They got these little cool shackle type things in them that flip up, and I'm gonna show you how to do one. I don't know if my bolts are gonna be big enough, so I might have to go to Menards, but that's okay. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to test fit it and everything, see how everything works, see how it fits, see if I need to go to Menards. Hopefully not. That would save me time, money, gas, money. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so here we are. This is kind of how they had the old tie downs. This is kind of a piece of flat steel and a loop, and it goes this way. And I'm gonna actually use these as a good blueprint of where to put mine. So I'll probably throw one here, like on this one or this one. I don't think I'll do the middle. I might do the middle, it might be easier, I don't know. And then right there, and then probably do the same thing back here. These two will be a little bit harder because, well, I can't lift the back of the trailer unless I got a jack, and I don't feel like doing that. So here's what I'll show you. So this is what we have. You got that goes that way, and then you got all these that go this way. And this is the bolt that they gave in the kit. Now it would probably work if I wasn't gonna do it this way, but I want to do it a certain way because it's the way Dad told me. And instead of just sending it straight through the wood, we need it to be long enough to actually cover and come down this way. The only reason we want that is so that way, since we're going to be hauling cars and trucks and stuff with this, it has something better to grab instead of just some, plywood. So my plan is I'm going to at least get, I might get them all, open, cut open and everything, and set in place, and then run to the store and get U-bolts that are long enough to come up here and go to there. So here to there. And then also go into the actual hook. So that way, we can have some better safety and security. And I think the U-bolt will be just fine, because he said either bolts long enough to come down, and then you can get a piece of flat iron underneath it, which you'd basically just be making a U-bolt at that point, or just get a, grade 8 U-bolt, and I think that'll do just the job. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna lay it out here, and I'm actually happy that these are here, because that makes this a lot easier. But yeah, I'm gonna lay it out, and I'm gonna use a grinder because I don't have any other tools to actually do it with. So that's what I'm gonna use. And I'll probably I'll show this one, and then I might set time lapse to do that one and those two, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. Sun is setting relatively quick. Maybe not. I might still have like an hour until it goes down, but that's still pretty quick. So let's go ahead and just hop right into this. Okay, so we got this one done. Now it's not pretty. That does sit in there, kind of like so. So that works, but you still go through the frame anyway. Like, you hit the frame no matter what you do. And I was trying to avoid that, but these are just too deep, and you just kind of can't. So, because that's what this whole thing was for, I know I didn't film any, but now I'm just gonna go ahead and do it faster. Now granted, this is nowhere near the size that it needs to be, but you do it right, you can make it. you know, that size. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do that one and hopefully knock the last 3 of these out a lot faster than I did that one. There we go, 15 minutes later, and this one is done. It's a little bit nicer than that one. Fits roughly the same, but it'll be all good when we have this over it and everything looks all pretty and it's done. So now, I don't think I'm gonna film those two because you basically, I mean, it's the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get those done and then hopefully run to Menards. And then, yeah, finish this up. All right, so it is late. As you can see, the sun went down. Had to get my lights out, but all of them are now open. They're drilled, and my phone is dead. All right, so it's been a couple days. How many days? I don't know. It's been since Thursday, I think, and today's Monday. Yes, so I went back to Menards to exchange other stuff for more things because the things I got didn't work, so that they didn't have also what I needed. So back to, I guess, plan A. I bought 3 of these, 6 foot tall, and these will become the U-bolts. I've got 6-inch bolts in a bag down here with a bunch of nuts and washers. And the way I'm gonna do it is obviously cut it to each section. I'll have to go get my Sawzall for that. And then cut it to length, drill the holes, and then, you know, see if it fits. And just like what the U-bolts were gonna be for, this is gonna extend underneath the frame and be, you know, this is gonna be a makeshift U-bolt, and it should be long enough in theory. And then the reason I got 3 of these so long is because, like I said before, that one U-bolt came down, it came down and it would hit the, I don't know what it would be called, I guess A-frame, I don't know, but the part of the frame where it splits to go into the sides of the trailer. And I need to make basically a really big U-bolt. So one of the, well, 2 of them, because it'll be like an X. It's gonna go from one to the other, and it's just gonna go from this corner bolt to this corner bolt and loop underneath the frame. And, you know, like I said, be a really big U-bolt. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting some measurements, go grab my Sawzall, and I hope that's charged. It would be really benefit me if it was. And then we will start making U-bolts. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we go. I got everything, you know, marked up, aligned. There's 6 total, because if I did my math right, which I probably didn't, there should be 6. I know there's no less than 6, but we have 6 so far. And you can see I did get all the holes, you know, marked. They're not really the most aligned things, but it's okay. You can't really see it anyway, so we're gonna, at least, I don't know if you can, but if you can't, then we're gonna imagine that these are nicely aligned. But yeah, because of how long this is, it doesn't, you know, it hits the back end of the barn. Well, I guess the middle section. And so we're just gonna take the Sawzall, we're gonna cut this one, and then I'll probably do all of these and then cut the last 2 out from this section. But yeah, I'm gonna go and do that. And then after that, we will drill the holes out, and then it should just be throw it together. Okay, so here we have it. This is the first one. Now, this one is different from these, as you can tell. That's because these are a lot shorter, but it still sticks through the bottom like I was hoping it would. And it'll stick through there. And then, like I said, it's just gonna like beam diagonal. Now, how I'm gonna do that, not too sure just yet, because it is kind of close on this side, but I'll figure it out. So I figured I could show you, you know, at least this one, because this one here will be the easiest to do, to be able to show what I'm doing. We got a really long bolt, 6 inches, with a washer on it. Send that down there, and then get another one and do the same thing. And then you find in your bag that you actually bought the ones that you would need for this, so you don't even need to use these. You can use all the same stuff that you've been wanting to use. So good job me from Thursday. But yeah, so now we take, like this guy, this fellow, this guy will sit underneath, and I will show you that in 1 second. So just like that. Now I do have one issue, but I thought about that when I got all this stuff, is that I wasn't too sure, but this does hit a bit higher and there's not enough threads to actually, you know, suck that up. So I did buy enough washers, so in case of that, I can just stack a bunch of washers. Because I would have liked to do 5.5 inch bolts, but they didn't have any, so I just went with 6. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stack these, get it all tight and everything, get it to look right. And then I'll just knock the rest of these out, because, well, this is gonna be a longish process and it's all the same stuff. So once you see one, you've seen the rest. When I come and do these here to there, I might show that, or I just might show the after, but you have the idea of what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this one set, and I'll show you the absolute finished result. Okay, and there it is. That is a lot of washers stacked on top of each other. But it works, and it works pretty good. At least, you know, me pulling on it. And with only 2 in, I mean, there's a decent amount of strength there. So I am happy with that. I think that'll be nice come April 2nd. But April 2nd is gonna be a big day for the S10. Specifically the thing that keeps it together. But who cares? That's not this video. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the rest of them, hopefully before the sun fully sets. I don't have long then. If not, I'll just get my lights back out and I will show you guys the finished product. All right, so I kind of finished it up. There are 2 things I still need to do, and I'm gonna do them off camera, which is the X's and stuff, and do that. I'll just do that off camera. And then in another video, maybe when we load up that thing for Badlands with the, other quads that we're gonna be taking, I'll show you guys the finished results. There's also one of the back corner ones I have to figure out again, because when the bolt goes through, I once again didn't look underneath like I really should have. So here's a tip. If you do this, look underneath it. Look what you're gonna be putting holes through. Don't be like me and just kind of go for it, because, well, that trailer was a little, I mean, it wasn't the most expensive thing, but still, I bought it myself. It was a big boy purchase. And now here I am just trying to, not really redneck it, but redneck it back together, to make better tie downs for it. I think what I'm going to do to it is going to work just fine. I'll show you guys that, like I said, in another video. But yeah, everything else has gone decently well with it, I'd say. I mean, it's not hard stuff to figure out. It's just, you just got to rework something. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to end this video because I feel like it's been going on for a while, and now, I mean, you know what I'm doing. But it's free ice cream day at Dairy Queen, and my sister wants some ice cream, and so do I. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you did. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Like I've said before, I can't tell you what to do. Also hit the like if you want. I really do hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.